So a few years ago, the Startup Club, also known as Fuel Ignition Club, won an internal venture competition by McKinsey, and this launched the initiative worldwide. In France, it was actually a year ago that we decided to open the club in our office, and we now have more than 20 highly motivated consultants that are trying to bring the best of our expertise to promising French startups. These clubs are now part of the Fuel by McKinsey solutions, which is targeting both startups and tech firms across the world. Our approach is based on what we call in French mécénat de compétences. It's about putting our consulting skill sets, our tools, as well as the McKinsey international network of experts at the service of startups. It's not a typical McKinsey project, but rather an opportunity for young startups in first phase of growth to step back on some critical growth topics that they need to address. It starts with an initial discussion with the CEO, where we identify the most pressing matters, and then we prepare at McKinsey internally what we call the structured problem-solving sessions, where we will bring both the approach, the skills, and the experts to best handle the discussion. So many things. You see, it only started a year ago, and with the genuine support from the McKinsey leadership in the Paris office, it's now become a key pillar of our McKinsey digital value proposition, and it has this huge momentum inside the office. We have a steady pipeline of startups that are to be coached. We already coached 10 of them. There is more than 20 consultants in the office involved on a regular basis in this club. And honestly, I am so impressed by their drive, their energy, and the enthusiasm they are putting at the service of the startups. The success is so that we are now expanding the club into other directions. For example, we have the Health Tech Network initiative that's been launched as well, where we are trying to bring both corporates, startups, medium-sized companies of the health ecosystem together to discuss critical topics that are arising in this area.
Spark is an app that's dedicated to the transformation of large accounts, large organizations. Thanks to artificial intelligence and science, we create a unique experience that happens in just 1 minute per day.
So we're Shone, we are a Silicon Valley-based startup that I co-founded with Clement and Antoine, who's not here today, in Silicon Valley, and we are making existing cargo ships autonomous.
Yes, and the goal is to make them basically the ships most efficient and safe that you can have on the planet thanks to our technology.
Fly4You makes industrial mobile non-powered asset talk through an IoT solution that transmits raw data, geolocation, temperature, movement, but especially enriched business data processed by artificial intelligence and machine learning inside the device.
So my greatest accomplishment today is building a cohesive company culture that's allowed us to bring together a wonderful team of people, and that feels great just about every day.
Having built a team around me and the Fly4You project, bringing together talent in different fields is one of our great successes. The homogeneity and ability of the team to design and deliver a high-quality service in a period of pioneering has already allowed us to build a quality track record, including by signing with a major aeronautic worldwide actor as Tier 1.
I think it's when we started, we did not have access to a cargo ship, so we bought a 7-meter longboat that we're able to remote control from our office in just 2 months, and that has already some level of automation.
Attracting talents and convincing VCs to finance the activity were the big challenges of this year 2018-2019. Being focused on business needs, understanding the value created and adapting its pricing model can convince the first major accounts and by consequence the first funds and consolidate.
I think the toughest thing that we found when expanding was to hire the right way and also create a culture where we basically managed to keep delivering extremely quickly and in an agile way while having more team members coming from different backgrounds.
The greatest challenge going from 0 to a 30 people company is actually growth. Growth in such organization doesn't happen in a linear way, it happens in spurts. And each time we go through a growth spurt, it feels like it feels like a dangerous environment. It feels like it increases the level of risk. That's the only way to grow, and so we want to take that route. But we always feel like the company could go either way, either grow or fail. So working with McKinsey was actually quite an interesting experience. We had expected to meet a bunch of consultants who would know just about nothing about startups or the startup world, the kind of organizations we were, and that would basically work mainly on the vision and on strategic aspects of the vision. It turned out that working with them, they helped us really understand what made us different, not only from our competition, but in the eyes of our clients. They helped us work on that, and then they led us all the way to real operational considerations on the team, on the product, on international development. And that was really something that we didn't expect it. We didn't expect it to be so operational. We really enjoyed that experience.
I think what's super nice was that the frameworks that you guys put in place was very good. And it basically helped us come up with ideas in ways that we could potentially have done on our own, but like having you around and helping us brainstorm definitely helped us reach conclusions in a much faster way.
The McKinsey team, Valerio, Osanne and Sofia, is brilliant and very well understood the challenges facing us. In particular, in the identification of new business verticals that we were preparing to target through a multi-criteria analysis. This mirror effect associated with the ability to make connections with their rich industrial experience is unique for Fly For You.
Thank Osanne and Nicolas and Philippe and Emmanuel and the rest of them for being so good to us.